One of these people moved to Boston to go to school, became a doctor, became a really, really terrific stand-up comedian, and is moving for his new career as a doctor in Chicago tomorrow, and is spending his last night here. Welcome, Mr. Fogelman.
Thank you. Any ladies here tonight? I was hoping there wouldn't be. Women make me nervous. I got in a fist fight with a woman on Mass Ave earlier today. Actually, a woman on Mass Ave kicked my ass over Mass Ave earlier. It was a misunderstanding. My side of the story is I think we should be neighborly to each other. Her side of the story is, unless you're running for office, don't kiss my baby. Especially not like that. I have a lot of trouble with women. It's been a while since I've had one want to hang out with me. My buddy said, "Why don't you try roofies?" So I did. It didn't work. They just made me so tired. I don't know why I should have trouble with women. I got so much going for me. Like, for example, I'm a white guy. Could have been a lot worse. I could have been a blue whale. They don't have a lot of sex. There's not a lot of them, and nobody makes beds that big. So blue whales, when they want to have sex, have to actually lean up against a third blue whale. Like, it's not hard enough to find a human wingman. You know? Yeah, we're gonna go out, and if things work out, we'll go back to your back and hump. So I did go to medical school, and a lot of times people ask me why. Sometimes I answer them straight, sometimes I mess with them a little. Like, sometimes I'll say, you know, I was thinking maybe I would go try to be a surgeon so I could knock people out and take them apart without going back to prison. And if I'm really good, maybe I'll be Surgeon General. Because what does he do anyway? He tells you, don't smoke and don't drink when you're pregnant. That's his warning. We've known that for a while. We need new warnings. Like, Surgeon General's warning, if you have problems in your life and you mix Percocet and alcohol, they'll go away. Once. Surgeon General warning, if you're not pregnant, you drink alcohol, you might wind up pregnant if you're a girl. We'll get to that part later. But yeah, the real reason I went to med school, I'll be honest, is so I could get chicks. It hasn't really helped. It hasn't helped because I tell someone, you know, I'm a doctor, and I think they get a little, like, intimidated. So I have to step back and say, don't worry, I'm not like a good doctor. Not like a horrible doctor. Like, I'm not like having sex with all my patients and their moms or whatever. But like, I don't wash my hands at work. Because like, if you go to a restaurant, it says, you know, employees must wash hands before returning to work. It says that right in the bathroom. It doesn't say that in the hospital. Because there's Purell on the wall all over the place, which I also don't use. Do you know what Purell is? It's an alcohol. Yeah, it's an alcohol-based gel that kills 99% of the germs on your hands, and it leaves behind the 1%, the toughest, meanest, nastiest germs that now you've gotten drunk, and they're pissed because you killed all their friends. I remember when I was a medical student. We were on rounds, and my resident said, look, go into Mr. Wilson's room and take out his catheter. Now, time out, if you didn't go to medical school, a catheter is a tube that collects your urine by going, if you're a guy, it goes up your wiener, and if you're a girl, it goes up whatever girls have. I'm not that kind of doctor. So I went in his room and said, Mr. Wilson, I could get in a lot of trouble for this because his name actually was Mr. Wilson. I said, Mr. Wilson, I got to take out your catheter. And he said, well, a nurse already came in and took it out. It's awkward. I'm his med student, I didn't know that. So I tried to break the situation with humor. I said, well, I got to do what I'm told, so I'm going to have to put one in and then take it back out. He laughed too, till I did it. What you just heard was actually a rape joke. That got applause, okay? And it's not a classic rape joke because it's me raping a guy with medical equipment right in the front. That's not comedy. I used to volunteer at a children's hospital, and people say, well, what do you do at a children's hospital when you're volunteering? And the answer is whatever the kids want to do. There was one little girl I remember who loved doing arts and crafts, and one day she wanted to make jewelry. So she was putting beads and Cheerios and whatever onto a string and making jewelry out of it. And she was really focused on it. And then she finished and she hands it to me and she says, it's for you, Mr. David, I made you a bracelet. So I took it, and when I left the hospital, I threw it right in the garbage. Because I don't know what she had. But it didn't make her good at bracelets. There was another guy, another little guy I remember who was recovering from a big surgery, and he was in the ICU, and all he wanted to do was play checkers. And I learned a lot from him. You know, no matter how sick a child is, like, I want to win at checkers. And this guy beat me 3 times in a row, and it would have been 4, but I flipped the board right under the floor and said, we're playing Monopoly, because I know how to negotiate with children. Because I knew from before his favorite color was purple, and he liked trains. So I said, you give me Boardwalk and Park Place, and I'll give you Baltic and your oxygen back. Have you heard of the 5-second rule? Yeah, the 5-second rule where if you drop food onto the floor and you get to it within 5 seconds, it doesn't count as having hit the floor. I read somewhere that, in fact, in the first 5 seconds, food picks up as much contamination as it would if it were there for 24 hours, which came in handy the next night when I was in the bathroom making my usual turkey sandwich. And the bread slipped out of my hand, fell on the floor, mayonnaise down. So normally, I get to it quick, pull out the hair, and I'm good. But this time I said, no, I'm not doing that. Not anymore. I'm going to go to the kitchen, get fresh bread, make a new sandwich, and leave that one till lunch tomorrow. When I was a teenager, my older sister got anemic because of her period. Don't tell her I told you that. She doesn't want anyone to know that she menstruates. But the doctor told her to take 1,000 milligrams a day of iron. And that's more than you need. Actually, I learned in med school you need 18 milligrams, not 1,000. So I asked my teacher, why did he say to take that much? And the teacher said, it doesn't matter, you take a bunch and what you don't use just goes through you and comes out your poop. Which got me thinking, if I had enough iron, could I make magnets? The answer, it turns out, is kind of. So you can't use it to pick up paper clips off the floor, but you can use it to leave notes on the fridge. I'm David Fogelman, thank you very much.